we get lost at sea and one of us, probably Louie, goes mad with hunger, we'll put these on. Louie hates hot dogs, so he probably won't eat us.
Are you saying that Louie would rather eat us than hot dogs?
First, Webby thinks that they could be lost in what seems as a short boat trip. Second, what logic does that make? If Louie hates hot dogs, he would most likely eat you more than the hot dogs, even if you wore those hot dog costumes. And last but not least, mentioning cannibalism.
Oh, Huey always handles the map, thanks to old Captain Lost here.
Hey! That's Captain Lost Sir to you.
That's insert bad thing about them here, sir, or Mr. insert bad thing about them here, cliche.
Lost sailor caught in deadly whirlpool. Looks like Webby's going out to sea after all.
Turns out it's a fake message. But if that's the case, how can you get to sea?
I'm just messing around, you know, like a game.
I don't even know what you're playing as well. You're just writing fake messages into bottles and putting them into sea.
Please recycle this bottle. Okay, I don't think you get this game.
I don't even get the game either. Is it just to trick people thinking that there's trouble at sea?
Is that a vintage Sumerian talisman?
That would be important later. Just keep it in mind. However, this episode will forget that until the end.
You've been to Paris? I've always wanted to go to Paris, crawl around in the catacombs, maybe touch a skull.
You have the weirdest things to do list, Webby.
Hey, you want to come with me to this blowout on the edge of town?
I've never actually seen a proper explosion.
It's another name for party.
Something tells me that Webby doesn't know the latest slang terms, which is good because I too don't know the slang terms, despite my age that would know these slang terms. Now I kind of relate to Webby. Never thought of that.
So I'm gonna need you to do your whole pom-pom parkour thing up the wall, drop down, and open the door for me. Cool?
Based on that alone, I think Lena is just using Webby to get into this party. And of course, she gets fooled by this. Webby is too excited to do a fist bump.
What are the Beagle Boys doing here?
Everyone here's a beagle. It's a Beagle Boy party.
So why do you even want to go to a Beagle Boy party? Also, with this many Beagle Boys, I would imagine the number of Ma Beagle had to do to get this many sons. Also, with this amount of beagles, I'm surprised that Webby didn't notice the beagles until now.
It warms my heart to see all of you here together. The original classics.
Those aren't the original classics. They are the reboot classics.
The Glam Yankees. The Deja Vus. The 6th Avenue Meanies. The 6th Avenue Friendlies. The Longboard Taquitos.
Damn, there are too many beagles. I mean, damn, how isn't Scrooge's manor ransacked with that amount of beagles? In this shot, Ma Beagle's hat matches her skin color, which is a animation color error.
Real smooth moves back there.
Ha, thanks. Wait, was that sarcastic?
Nope.
Ha, thanks. Wait, was that?
Confusion of sarcasm.
We're the Longboard Taquitos.
AKA the Beagle Boys that never escaped the 90s extreme sports.
Foil to the max.
Okay, is anyone but Beagle Boys are around at this time in Duckburg? I don't see why her face is covered here. We already know what she looks like. This is only used for a mysterious character. But for this, it's just to make her scary.
This is our shot, guys. Maybe the ugly failures might actually become the ugly winners.
Now I can see why you're called the ugly failures. Those eyes!
Who are you?
So are we. We're the Beagle Birds, Ma's adopted daughters from across the pond, like.
They know they're looking for two ducks, but they got fooled by this.
She talks fancy. I trust her.
Well, they are family. I mean, why would they lie?
I think ugly failures is incorrect for these beagles. I think dumb failures would be a much better name for them.
Wait, was that them?
Really?
Where did you get that tea and crumpets talk?
I lived with my British granny in a Scottish mansion. I didn't hear an American accent till I was like 7.
So how did you develop an American accent? Luckily, the triplets managed to find Webby and Lena out of all the places in Duckburg.
Cute. With the names and the color-coded outfits. Is that like your thing? You're all exactly the same?
Lena figured out what Huey, Dewey, and Louie is in most of their characters. Also, I know they wore colored-coded outfits in the past, but now they have different clothing.
Ha! No way! We're all unique snowflakes!
Except when you jinx.
Seriously, Webby, where have you been? We've been worried out of our minds.
Right, you were so worried that you left her on a beach and didn't show up for 4 hours?
4 hours? Webby was just there for a few seconds before a bottle caught her attention. Tim Burton Beagles.
Did you eat my banana?
Yeah, it's called stress eating, okay? And it's a stressful situation.
With all the shouting and fighting, I'm surprised the Beagle Boys didn't caught you already.
Let the boy band be bait while we sneak out.
I can't leave them.
Oh, you mean like they left you alone on that beach?
Once again, it was a choice and a reason. The boat was too small, and Webby insists to be left behind. Stop trying to make this a reason to ditch the triplets. And a way to beat the clown beagles is to throw bananas at them and have them slip on them, because banana slipping is funny!
I promise we'll never leave you off the boat again. We'll leave Louie. He's bad at most things.
Consider on how you mostly leave Louie out of many episodes. Seriously, he is mostly forgettable in this show.
Webby, I've been kidnapped by the Beagle Boys. Wait, is this another prank? This is not a prank, Lena.
Lena might have some high hopes thinking that throwing 2 bottles while in captive would somehow lead them to Webby. One to say the message, the other to let them know that it's not a prank. But she doesn't know that Webby would be at the beach. Also, super convenient that the place where the Beagle Boys are holding Lena captive till Ma Beagle gets there is the exact same place where she and Webby first met. What such luck!
Now come on! And this time I'm getting a spot in the stupid boat!
You're still on with the whole boat situation, even though Huey made it clear that you would get a spot? Why isn't the triplets tied up along with Webby? Do they have to get the being held by a big man's big hand upside down treatment?
Seriously? Your rescue plan was to throw yourself blindly into the middle of the entire Beagle family?
No, it was a stealth rescue which failed. Are you even paying attention to anything?
Any questions?
Yeah, I got one. Which one of you gets to hand us over?
Well, obviously we should do it. I mean, we're like the main guys, right? Give someone else a chance. Yeah! We're like anti-authority, bro. We don't believe in following.
Because their family, from a wondering of who would give Ma Beagle the hostages, turned into a big fight. A great distraction for their escape. A ridiculous Beagle fight. Good thing there's a hole on that pillar for Webby to escape the ropes. Otherwise, how else can she get out of there? Wait, I thought that boat can only fit 3 ducks. Clearly it fits 5. The whole size of the boat is the reason for this episode to start. But with this, you lost me.
That was awesome!
Webby waited the entire trip all the way to the Mudduck Manor to say this. Looks like Lena is more to give in this series, and it involves one of Scrooge's enemies, Magica, and also more questions like how Magica became Lena's shadow. Can't wait to see more of this, so take another sin off for this excitement!